So we're gonna start this first week taking a look at this first chapter. This is chapter, I believe, number 4, and talks about family. So, a família brasileira. E nós vamos começar a falar um pouquinho sobre a família do Paulo. So we're going to talk about a família do Paulo. Just to talk about the relationships that we have over here. So, Helena é a mãe de Paulo. Luiz Carlos é o pai do Paulo. Clarissa é a irmã do Paulo. O senhor Clóvis é o avô do Paulo e a dona Teresa é a avó do Paulo. A Beatriz, o Roberto e a Rosa são os tios do Paulo. O Clóvis, a Ritinha, a Mariana são os primos do Paulo. Vamos lá. A Beatriz é a irmã da Helena. A Beatriz é a cunhada do Luiz Carlos. Também o Luiz Carlos é o cunhado da Beatriz. O Clóvis, a Ritinha e a Mariana são os sobrinhos da Beatriz, da Helena e do Luiz Carlos. O Clóvis, a Ritinha e a Mariana são os filhos de Roberto e de Rosa. A Mariana, a Ritinha, o Clóvis, a Clarissa e o Paulo são os netos do senhor Clóvis e da dona Teresa. O Luiz Carlos é o genro do senhor Clóvis e da dona Teresa, e a Rosa é a nora do senhor Clóvis e da dona Teresa. Então, o senhor Clóvis é o sogro da Rosa e do Luiz Carlos, e a dona Teresa é a sogra do Luiz Carlos e da Rosa. I think I covered all relationships over here. Let me see. Yep, I think it's good. So we have all the exercise over here. I just want to be sure that I cover mainly the grammar points that we're going to be looking at this week. In order for you to express opinions. A meu ver, ao nosso ver, something is important porque something else. Eu acho, nós achamos que, porque this one is more used. So, eu acho is more used to talk about expressions. You can also use na minha opinião. Also works. Na minha opinião. Let me see. Expressing opinions, plans, preferences, feelings, present tense of steam changing verbs. So what we have seen over here, until over here so far, would be present tense of mostly regular verbs and a little bit of irregular. These ones are tricky because they change the stem of the verb, but there are a little bit of rules of that. Portuguese doesn't have many rules, and if Portuguese has rules, we break them all, but we try to follow this as much as we can. So, for example, we have some groups. So we have the first group is E becomes I. So the first E becomes I. In this case, in the eu form. Always in the eu form. Eu sinto, and then it becomes você, ele, ela, sente. It goes, você is here too. Nós sentimos, vocês, eles, elas sentem. So, the exception is only for eu form. Another group is o becomes you. In eu durmo, always in eu form. Tu is not really used, but você, ele, ela dorme, nós dormimos, vocês, eles, elas dormem. So far, so good. Many verbs ending in IR change the same vowel E to I or O to U, but only in the eu form. We already said that. And then we have the most common verbs in those groups. E becomes I. On the the second E. So, competir, compito, consentir, consinto, mentir, minto, preferir. Two E's. Prefiro, always on the second E. Repetir, repito, servir, sirvo, sugerir, sugiro, visto, and then O becomes you, cubro, descubro, tuço. So some ER and IR verbs in Portuguese, they register a stem consonant change in the eu form only. Note the most common ones. Ouvir, ouço. Pedir, peço. Perder, perco. Poder, posso. Again, the stem changing, which is the irregularity, but the irregularity that has a regularity will only happen on the eu form. So all the other conjugations will follow under the same pattern. And then there is a trick over here. So in order to maintain the same consonant sound throughout the conjugation, a few additional verb changes. The spelling of the stem consonant in the eu form, I might have read all of that wrong. Whatever. C to C cedilha, G to J, and GU to G. Why? So let's talk about conhecer. Conhecer becomes conheço, alright? So why do I have to use C with the tail? If I put CO, the sound becomes co. So I cannot put conheco. It has to be conheço. So the sound is preserved throughout the conjugation of the verb. Same thing with merecer, mereço, vencer, venço. But why don't I use the tail over here? Because when I use CE, the sound already is correct. Ser, that's the S sound that I want. CE, CI, don't ever go with tail because they don't need to change the sound. Same thing happens over here. Reagir, reajo. G-O becomes go. But I want it to sound like a J, so I have to change it. I do not need a J over here because GI already produces the sound that I am looking for, the J, reagir. But if I put GO becomes go, doesn't work, so I have to change it to J, reajo. And here is actually the backwards. So seguir, G-I, G. This is not the sound that I want. I want the sound G. So I have to put a U over here. Seguir. However, when I conjugate, I do not need a U over there because the sound is already correct. G-O has the G sound that I'm looking for. So sigo is already correct. Now we have exercises. I'm just going through the book to see if there's anything else I should be talking about. Expressing when, where, or how. Action occurs, adverbs. To describe when, where, or how an action or event is done, you have to use Portuguese adverbs for expressing time. Amanhã, sempre, depois, em place, atrás, debaixo. You have also used adverbs when expressing how you feel, bem, muito bem, mal. These same adverbs can be used when expressing how things are done. Other common adverbs are depressa or devagar. So, what is an adverb? An adverb is, it qualifies the verb. So it changes the verb in when, where, or how I am performing an action. So, for example, in this case, I am qualifying cantar very well. Minha prima canta muito bem. So this is qualifying that. O professor fala devagar, so it's the speed that I am talking. I'm talking slowly. Same thing for time. O tempo passa depressa. Depressa is qualifying passar. So in Portuguese, main adverbs that describe how things are done, they end in mente. True that, which corresponds to the English ly. To form these adverbs, add mente to the feminine form of the adjective. What is an adjective? Adjective is the one that I use to talk about things. So, for example, a bola bonita. Bonita is the adjective, because the adjective qualifies a thing, which is bola. What I'm going to do is pick up this adjective in the feminine form and transform it into an adverb by adding mente. I am mixing Portuguese and English right now, sorry. So, for example, os pais conversam calmamente. The adjective of this word is calma. For example, a menina calma. Alright? Calma qualifies a thing, which is menina. If I want to use the li, calmly, in this case, to qualify a verb, in this case, conversam, I would just add mente to it. As crianças cantam alegremente. Adverbs ending in mente do not have an accent, even if the adjectives from which they derive have one. Rápido, rapidamente. So if it does have an accent, it doesn't have any more. Some commonly used adverbs ending in mente are geralmente, realmente, frequentemente, tradicionalmente, logicamente, perfeitamente, simplesmente, normalmente, rapidamente, raramente, relativamente, tipicamente. And all of those are, they are what they look like in English. So they're cognates. Yes, cognates. I believe that for this week, that's what we have. Daily activities is on next week. Yeah. So next week we're going to talk about all these verbs that are very, very regular, and I look forward to explain to you that you have to memorize all of that. Yay! So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And that's it. Muito obrigada, gente, e até a semana que vem.